Greetings, everybody, and welcome to week 2. All of you are doing really great. I've been starting to give feedback for grades, and I do that early because I want you to have an opportunity to come back with some feedback, make some changes, then I can go ahead and regrade. It makes it easier so that you don't have to end up going through a lot of this at the end. You can then simply upload your templates to the final project. So we try to make it easier for you. I wanted to touch base. I'm going to go through the syllabus with you just a little bit, but I want to remind you of something. All of you that are in this course, because you're taking these quizzes are based on PMP exam questions. And so when you get done with this course, you have the labor hours in that you need to sit for the exam and to try to get your PMP certification. So if you look up in the course in the top, there are resources available in terms of how to get your PMP certification after this, and also some additional links if you want to pursue something like being a Scrum Master. We're going to hit some of that this week with Waterfall, Agile, and Scrum. We want to try to give you enough of a, let me put it a different way. We want to give you a sound methodology to use, but expose you to other types of methodologies, because we use different methods depending on the product or the service or the process, right? We might use Agile for software development, but we might use Scrum for something different, right? Or Waterfall, depending. With the Fast Forward MBA, these are very process-oriented methodologies. They're easy to use when you're changing services, adding processes, but building a product or developing a software can be different. And you need a project management method that will help you accomplish those goals. So we're going to dip our toes into that, make sure we've got a little bit of a broader understanding. I'm going to go through the syllabus, and then we'll talk a little bit more about some larger concepts for the course. Greetings, everyone. I just want to make sure that we go through the syllabus and you feel comfortable with what we're doing. We're now in week 2. We are still initiating and defining a project. You're going to find some great videos up here in terms of overview of statement of work and project charter templates. In week 1, you are initiating and asking, I'm going to go down to the PM tools here for a moment. You are proposing this to the sponsor and asking to gain the project, right? The resources, time, and money to be able to do this. And so that knowledge area was your proposal. And then you also analyzed your stakeholders. Well, this week, you're going to be taking that proposal, your statement of work activities, and you're going to begin to really draft out a much more detailed statement of work. And when you do that, we'll be able to fit it in nicely into week 3 into your work breakdown structure. So think detail in terms of 20 to 40 line items. Then what we're also going to do is we're going to prepare our charter. When you're the sponsor and you're allowing somebody the authority and the credibility to come in and run a project, you need that sponsor to ask the teams for their cooperation and to let them know that you're the project manager, you've been given authority, and you want their cooperation. It's really important to have a project charter so that you can gain the cooperation of these teams. Or you can do a responsibility matrix. And that's defining what are our roles and our responsibilities. So we put a little more definition down here. You can pick the project charter or the responsibility matrix, and then you'll do the statement of work. So I'm going to come back up here for a moment and go through the videos that are available to you. These are longer videos, but we created these so that we went step by step through the templates or the knowledge area so that you could really understand how to fill it out, what to put in there, what it really means. If you watch these videos, they'll greatly help you to fill out your templates for each week. And then, of course, you're going to watch BF4, First Things First, looking at some project management foundations. And then we're going to begin to look at communicating in cross-cultural negotiations. As you work on project teams, it's likely that you will cross over some diversity lines in terms of different ethnicities or cultures, And all of us work on projects and communicate differently depending on the cultures we're from. And so as a project manager, you have complexities with this. And so we're going to begin to focus on some of these complexities and what the differences are on project teams. And you'll be able to use this for your paper in week 3. You'll start also in Form 2.1, which is written. You're going to read Versa, Chapter 4, or you have the choice to research 2 articles. They need to be scholarly articles, last 5 years. And you can research any articles that you want, and you can pick any of these methodologies that you want. So after you locate these research articles, or read Chapter 4, create a reflective response about this. So you're each going to learn from each other. What's the method that you're looking at? How does it differ from other methods? And so you're going to get to compare and contrast different methodologies of project management. The Fast Forward MBA isn't the only one. And then, of course, you're going to jump on your Zoom discussions. These are amazing. I love watching them. It's taking me a little bit longer to get through it, but it really helps you dialogue about, these are the times that we're talking about in Zoom. What are the challenges that managers, leaders, and consultants face? And one of them in week 2 is the lack of clarity around role responsibility. What are we to be delivering? And the lack of accountability, because people don't know they're accountable for it. So deliverables just aren't getting done. And the lack of clear purpose and goals. So I think this will be a really informative week. But go through the syllabus. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out. You'll also cover then your 2 quizzes in Chapter 4. I'm sorry, just your 1 quiz in Chapter 4 this week. Understanding project management methodology, being able to apply it, being able to manage a project and come in on time, on budget, with a high quality project, that's a marketable skill. And that's what you're going to walk away with from this course. I'm sure some of you come into this course already with project management experience, but this is either going to make you even better, or it's going to give you the skill that you didn't have before. So reach out if you have any questions at all. You have an opportunity to start working on your cultural papers to kind of dip into, in week 3, the complexities that we run into with project teams that are diverse. So we'll talk more about that in week 3. I'm here to help you, here to equip you. Let me know if you need anything at all.